So how did you get into the study of the biblical languages?
Well, by being naughty, perhaps. I was meant to be studying my degree in maths and physics, which I did do, but just through church and Christian groups at university, I was aware the Bible was not written in English originally, that it was written in Greek and Hebrew mainly. And I had a fascination with the original languages. And there was a book sale on at the University of Western Australia where I was studying. And on the last day, I went along and I saw a Greek textbook, classic one in Britain and Australia by John Wenham, The Elements of New Testament Greek. It's been updated by Jeremy Duff now. And it was on sale with a battered cover for 50 cents. But being the last day, I got it for 25 cents. So for about the equivalent of 10p, I got into learning New Testament Greek, just working through the book by myself. So, you know, I'm actually a fraud. I've never had a Greek lesson in my life. I've given some, but I've never had one. Yeah. So it was just that fascination and enjoyment of studying at my own pace. But I guess we're fortunate these days. There are a lot more resources out there to help people along, such as your own business and platform there. But yeah, lots more books. But it was an investment of 25 Australian cents that got me into New Testament Greek.
Well, that's a good investment.
Yeah, well, it's paid off.
That's a very good bargain, I think you got there.
Yeah, and I mean, with the Hebrew, I guess I did that more formally. I worked as a school teacher in Australia, not teaching New Testament Greek, teaching maths. And while I was doing that, I started learning biblical Hebrew at Murdoch University. And again, greatly enjoyed that. Probably haven't kept up the Hebrew quite as much as the Greek. I can still get my way around, but like all languages, it's important to keep practicing, read some every day. As I often say to people, we don't save our eating up just for a big Sunday lunch. We eat steadily, or we should eat steadily throughout the week. And the same with Greek. If you're learning or you've learned in the past, maybe read a verse or two a week, a day, and that will just keep it fresh in your mind. So regular practice.
Yeah. It's like riding your bike.
Indeed. It's something I don't do, but I know you do.
Yeah. Yes. But the point was the skill of like just continuing progress. So just echoing what you just said.
And it can be frustrating because you might know a lot of Greek, you might tackle a sentence, and you might know 70% of the words, but you know, if the 30% you don't know, it can just make an obstacle to getting the meaning. So I think it is good to use tools alongside that. Don't turn to them straight away, but you can use online tools very easily these days. And again, the regularity increases the vocab. And I even recommend going over the same passages maybe a week or two apart and seeing what you've retained, just that reinforcement.
Yeah. I also like recommend, so in my course, we do like tailored vocabulary training, so that the text we read in the course, you have the vocabulary before you read the text, which at least ideally should make it a lot less frustrating in terms of because you feel like, oh, I actually know these words. I might not recognize the form, but then you actually feel a little bit more sort of like, this is actually, I can read this.
Yeah.
And I think that's an important experience.
It makes you feel like you're making progress because it is a steep learning curve. And I think people can get discouraged in the initial stages or first year of learning Greek. I still don't think there are too many shortcuts. I think sometimes you just have to memorize vocab lists and paradigms for verbs, but you need quite a bit of knowledge before you can start translating fluently.
Yes, I agree very much with that. So how have you experienced knowing the biblical languages have opened up scripture for you? Thank you for watching this clip. If you enjoyed it, you can find another one by clicking just over here. Or if you want to watch the full episode and dive a step deeper, you can find a link in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.